Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DotaPit League Season number 2. 4 Anchors plus a Sea Captain versus Team Tinker. Best of 2 series. We're into game number 2 already. Thanks so much for joining us. My name's Mont. With me today is F4L. How the hell are you, man?
I'm good. It's a pretty crazy last game.
It was a game that lasted a lot longer than I think we both thought it would. But
yeah. You know, good comeback by Team Tinker with the Medusa pick.
Something I neglected to talk about. I think Sing was 1-17 at the end of the game.
It was
a bit of a rough game for Sing. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's tactical feat in a nutshell. Just get everyone super farmed to the other team, and then just have quickly kill them all and go to work. So, pretty impressive play. But we talked about this in the last draft. Is that Skywrath and Centaur are both very good counters for Brewmaster, which is exactly what 4 Anchors plus a Sea Captain have versus Team Tinker.
And Tinker gonna offer the Shadow Demon to sort of negate the presence of both of these heroes. You know, if Centaur and Skywrath try to combo someone and the Shadow Demon's there, they can just simple disruption. It pretty much, you know, disrupts the fight.
Wow. That was
wow.
That was a zinger.
A zinger.
That was a hot one. I liked it. We got a comedian over here, folks. Meanwhile, we're still in the draft. Quick ban phase. I like it. Let's get through these quick and see what happens with the next couple of picks here as well.
Yep, still giving the Respect Ember ban along with the DP, Viper, and Razor. Pretty standard bans. 4 Anchors go with the Kunkka ban. Maybe scared of the Sing Sing Kunkka with the Shadow Demon. I'm not sure if Tinker... Have they ever ran that?
The Kunkka Shadow Demon?
I know that Sing has ran it on other teams, but I'm not sure if Tinker's ever ran it.
I don't know. This is where it would be really handy to have a stats man, and today we don't have one, so... That's a bit unfortunate. I mean, if you want to look it up on Dota, you're more than welcome to, man. But
all right, let's see if I can figure out how to use this site.
I was joking, but
I'll try.
Right. Hopefully, we'll see if we can figure that one out. But yeah, the Kunkka is banned. Sing's hero. Sing's been playing a lot of the offlane though, and as you saw in the previous game, he did not have the best time. So they're looking to find something here for ESC and for Team Tinker to combo up with. I mean, I guess the Shadow Demon plus Kunkka is very solid, but there are other things to combo up with the Shadow Demon. Like a Mirana, which guess what? Sing plays that a lot, or at least he used to. So,
yeah, and they can also do a support Mirana. I know Tinker's ran that in the past before when Pycat was playing support. They could also do a Leshrac. It's a pretty classic combo. I expect probably one of these two, unless they just don't really care about the Shadow Demon combo and they're just using it to disrupt this fight.
I mean, which is fine too. It's a fairly good hero. I mean.
Definitely could be a possibility as well.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But first, we have to get through 4 ASC's pick. They have the Skywrath, they have the Centaur, so I expect to see a support here, their core. They could... the Razor's not available, the Ember's not available, obviously. They're really targeting these bans at Timber Man, which is fine. We've seen how good his Ember Spirit could be in this tournament alone. So I'm kind of just waiting to see what they grab from this time around. Because he has a couple of options here, but we'll have to wait and see what they grab, so...
Indeed, they will. And they actually have ran the Kunkka Shadow Demon lane before against Power Rangers, and it looks like they lost. So,
no.
There's that.
I mean, there is that. Storm Spirit coming out from 4 ASC. I'm glad we went through all that work just to find out that they had lost that game. But
It looks like they're just gonna go with the bottom and a Storm Spirit pick. Wow, we like never see this hero.
yeah, this hero.
And running it into a Bane pot, I mean a Shadow Demon Potom. Wow, that's some balls.
Yeah, it really is. Early on, this Storm Spirit doesn't have a lot of mobility, and on top of that, you really need to get an early Orchid for this hero to be effective, I think, honestly. And right now, they don't have much here to help him early. I mean, you have a Centaur, but he's going to be farming up, and he's not really effective if he gets Blink Dagger. Skywrath is not the best in terms of rowing. I mean, you can, but I think Bane Mirana, or rather Shadow Demon Mirana, is going to be very, very... Oh, God.
I've got you doing it now, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and they picked the Earthshaker to try to protect the Storm. I mean, the reason why no one picks Storm anymore, just because if you get roamed on by these supports, you almost have to put this hero safe lane. And even when you put this hero safe lane, it can still get roamed on by supports. I mean, Shadow Demon Mirana can start anywhere on the map. They could smoke mid, they could smoke the off lane, they could smoke the safe lane. I mean, you don't know where these heroes are going to go. And I mean, usually they start with a level 1 smoke, and you have to play so careful on all your lanes. This Storm pick, it's so risky. I mean, it can pay off, for sure. I mean, this hero is so strong if you can survive the laning phase.
Yeah,
but
we've seen them multiple times set up by the side shop and just kind of look for arrows and stuff. But they pick a Sand King on top of the Mirana Shadow Demon, which is a very interesting choice. So
yeah, it's a core Mirana, I think,
which we don't see too often, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's okay.
I think it's
10 seconds remaining.
I personally think it's weak in this version. I think it was okay last version because you could sort of snowball with this hero. Pretty good snowballing carry. I mean, it still has the same problems where if you're gonna take it late with a Mirana, it needs like 5 or 6 items.
Yes.
And it has a really big lull when it only has about 2 items. Like, I would say like the 2 to 3 item Mirana, not very strong against pretty much all carries. But once you get to that 5 and 6 slot, you know, the hero becomes really strong. It's just, do you really want to take it that late? Especially when anything can happen in the late game, you know. You also have a Brewmaster.
They have the Brew. I mean, this Mirana could work really well with just Arrow and Starstorm alone. I mean, you'd probably want to get some items here, but against a Storm Spirit as well, I mean, Storm can do a lot of work on his own if he gets plenty of farm.
Yeah.
So I think you really need to maybe try to end this game early, which is kind of weird to pick Mirana.
And maybe they're just saying, you know, we have Sing Sing, pretty known for his Mirana. Although I could see Pycat playing it too.
Yes.
Both players play very good Mirana. I mean, Pycat used to play it all the time for Team Dog when they used to run these very aggressive tri-lanes with like Bane and AA.
Yes.
We'll see if they opt for an aggressive tri-lane. It's possible. I wouldn't say it's as likely, mostly because they have the Sand King. You know, they probably want to play a little greedy, maybe jungle, and try to... You know, I'm not feeling the Sand King pick. I feel like had they only had the Shadow Demon and Mirana, they could have really done work on this Storm Spirit.
Yes, I agree with
it's
you.
It's just so much harder. I mean, sure, the Shadow Demon and Sand King can gank the Storm just fine. And 4 anchors are actually going to opt for the Medusa.
Oh my. And then the
Insta anti-mage pick.
So now it looks like maybe this Mirana is going to be played in the mid lane, potentially, and then they're going to have Koikva playing the anti-mage safe lane, Brewmaster off lane played by Sing Sing, or we might see Mirana played in the off lane by Pycat. There's a lot of questions that are up in the air for me here. And the one thing I agree with you with is that Sand King is not known for the aggressive playstyle. He's known for getting an early Blink Dagger and then being aggressive and balls to the wall, but that's not going to happen until the 10-minute mark or so. So that's really what I'm questioning right now from the lineup of Team Tinker. Whereas for ASC, the thing I'm questioning is how effective is the Storm Spirit going to be? He will be in the mid lane. Medusa is going to be, or rather, Valix is going to be the safe lane. Medusa is going to be in the mid lane. So that's something to keep your eye on.
Yeah, and I think Tinker have a lot of options when it comes to laning. They can aggressive. I think it'll be an aggressive tri lane for sure. I think they'll either anti-mage mid and Brewmaster safe lane, or Brewmaster mid and anti-mage safe lane. I think both are valid options.
Yeah.
I think anti-mage can do well against Storm, especially if they can get ganks off, but it looks like you're just going to go to the safe lane.
Prepare for battle.
I'm not sure how the AM versus Centaur lane goes. I would imagine it's AM favored, just because you can burn all of his mana. And Mana Break's just such a good 1v1 spell.
It is, but at the same time, I've seen teams run aggressive tri lanes with Centaurs before. I don't expect that to happen or be the case. especially not with an Earthshaker and
Yeah. We could also just see dual lanes. Maybe they'll just do a Mirana and SD off lane,
Yeah.
and then have the Sand King help bottom out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of options here for both squads. That's the interesting thing. But we will get into the lineups here. For 4 ESC, you've got Trixie on the Centaur Runner, and Alex is going to be on the Storm Spirit. We'll see Boogie playing your Skywrath Mage. We'll have Tumbaman playing your Medusa, and around it all that, it will be Jirax playing your Earthshaker. So.
Dire's structures
Yep,
are
and on the
fortified.
Radiant, on the side of Team Tinker, we have
30
Boba playing the
seconds to battle.
support Shadow Demons, Pycat on the carry Mirana, EGM on the Sand King, Sing Sing on the mid Brewmaster, and Quakefa playing the safe lane carry Anti-Mage.
Now, normally I would think this lineup would be too greedy, but this might work out rather well. And it looks
I
like
think it's perfectly fine.
I think the thing is that EGM on the Sand King, I mean, he's top lane right now, so he wants to get involved in kills more than anything, and that's not going to lend himself to an early Blink Dagger, I don't think.
Like I said, I'm kind of questioning the Sand King trick. I like all of their other heroes a lot. I think they just would have been a little better suited having this SD Podum roaming support duo. But it looks like they're going to smoke at level 1 and go for a kill maybe on the Storm Spirit, which is really the smart play to do. Or they'll go into the offlane. We'll see which they choose.
Sing Sing is ready to go. He has Clap at level 1. They're going to head up towards the offlane, it looks like, instead of going for Sing Sing, and they're going to try to find a kill there. Sing
Although I
might
do
have a pretty good time here in this lane, I think, too.
I feel like mid would have been a free kill. Look where Storm's positioning is so aggressive.
Yeah.
And they might have a harder time getting a kill in this offlane.
They're going to go for a disruption here. They're going to find Matuma Man, it looks like.
Oh, they got him.
Arrow's about to sail through. Burrow Strike coming in. Ancient Seal coming out. Matuma Man getting kind of low. They don't have him necessarily. Mana Shield coming in. He has to skill at level 1. Arrow comes through, hits on Boogie. Meanwhile, they cannot dive and get the kill. The right click coming in from both Boba and Pycat. Not nearly enough. They get them low, but they cannot get a kill.
They played that so well.
That was
I mean,
impressive.
against most teams, that would have just been a kill. But Boogie intelligently saving his skill point, blocks the arrow at shortest range, so it gets no extra damage and only stuns for 0.1 seconds.
Dire's
Really smart
top tower
plays.
is
Ancient
under
Seal onto
attack.
EGM. The arrow does connect, but the Mana Shield comes through. There's the Burrow Strike. EGM might fall to first blood here. Drax is looking for the right click. They will get it, but Tumbaman
They're
gets
gonna
it
get a
before he
double kill.
dies, and Bulba will fall as well. This has become a disaster for Team Tinker. Pycat has to leap away just to ensure he doesn't give a third kill away to 4 ASC.
Well, and they're playing this lane so well. I mean, there's not much else to say about that. I mean, Boogie, silences the Sand King when the Sand King's trying to dive the Medusa. The Medusa Mana Shield just makes it so hard to dive this hero. I think Tinker actually are going on the wrong heroes. They need to go on the Skywrath Mage. If you disrupt this Skywrath Mage into Arrow, he can't get a silence off. He's super squishy. He has 0 armor. Instead, they opt for this Medusa. He has 5 armor, 500 HP, and the Mana Shields. I just think they're just going on the wrong hero in this top lane.
They actually have blown up this tri-lane altogether. Bulba's still up here, but they rotated Sand King down bottom.
Yeah, they
Meanwhile,
can't try lane anymore.
Yeah, the dual lane I think is probably the best choice. Sing Sing is going to be farming up in the mid lane. EGM's going to try to stack here. He's still level 1, and he actually has barely enough for a Burrow Strike in terms of mana. Bulba's coming mid right now with the Smoke of Deceit. How much can he get done against Valix, though, is the question. Disruption's going to come in. Soul Catcher's not available. Clap goes through. There's the pull-in on Sing Sing, but Valix is getting low. One right click will do the job and will fall. And that's just a one-man rotation from Bulba. They will get a kill there. And I agree with you when you talked about saying that you almost need a Storm in the safe lane, and this is what happens when you don't have it.
I mean, just a 1-hero rotation was able to kill the Storm. And that's why most teams, don't pick the Storm hero. I mean, sure, it can pay off, but it's so greedy.
Well, a bit unfortunate for Valix. He does go down. He's level 4, though. In terms of CS, he's only 3 behind that of Sing Sing, and a lot of that comes from his death. EGM's farming up. Trix is going to try to contest the pull in the bottom lane. Quakefa is your leading farmer with about 20 last hits at 3 minutes in, so he's looking for a pretty good battlefield timing, I'd imagine. And once he gets that, then nothing's going to stop him from farming a lot faster than that of course, the Medusa in the top lane.
Yeah. Trixie's not doing so bad in the offlane. He's got 12 CS, doing a lot better than Pycat. And Pycat's sort of been left out to the wolves. He's only got 3 CS. I mean, he's got a kill under his name, but what's this Podum going to do this game?
I'm not sure. They've essentially made Pycat a
Oh, he's going to get a
hero.
solo kill. That's what he's going to do.
Boogie gets caught
the
out with the
arrow
arrow. I didn't even
connects.
see that sail through. It does hit, and Boogie is going to fall. At least Pycat gets a semblance of farm from that, too. That's huge, actually.
That is a huge kill. I mean, he's solo in the offlane, no support, and he gets a solo kill on a support hero against a tri-lane. That was huge.
That's really important for Pycat. He's level 4 now. He's going to be up there in terms of levels. He's going to get bottled as well. They've got to give him more room, though.
He's just going to roam, I think, at this point.
Well,
I mean, he
can't
can't
secure kills then.
Yeah, he's going to roam and try to secure kills. Maybe on the bot lane, they can probably kill the Centaur with a SD disruption. He's sort of going to be this, like, support-ish Mirana. I think he's going to start roaming with Boba. And then they're going to farm the Sand King in the jungle and then make him sort of the core hero because, I mean, what can Pycat really accomplish in this top lane?
Not much. They're not going to stop a Tubman from farming. He's going to farm no matter what, essentially. And we saw that even if he gets killed, I mean, he's still getting more out of the trades than Team Tinker. So I like what they're doing. But they are rotating Pycat back around towards the top lane. They give him the clarity, and they say, hey, listen, just go back top and get some experience. The tower's getting pushed in, so you get something that way.
Yeah, he's going back top because the creeps are pushing to his tower, and it's safe to farm here.
Yeah. 30
but
last
4ASC does a nice job pulling the wave back, so he's only going to get a couple of CS and a little bit of experience, and then that's it.
You could maybe leech the experience coming from this group camp, but he's not that close to it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Koikfa has about 32 CS and 13 denies. So, I mean, Trixie is getting just as little as poor Pycat is in the top lane, so they're doing a nice job. He also has a poor man's shield. His ring of health is now done at early on, and he's going to get a pretty early Battle Fury, I imagine. Koikfa is getting just a free farm, so...
Although I think this is a perfectly fine position for a Centaur to be in.
Fisher coming out. There's the Ancient Seal as well. Maybe in trouble. How long is that Ancient Seal going to last? He's going to leap away, and they will not get the kill. A little bit of miscommunication. I think they should have Ancient Sealed and then went...
Yeah, they stacked the stuns.
Yeah.
They should have... Yeah, well, I think they Fisher and then they Ancient Seal, but, you know, they stacked the stuns a little bit, didn't really stagger them, and he was able to just get away from that.
Sing Sing is out-leveling Velox by 1 level in this lane, 1 full level, and Velox actually has to go home because he's low. He can't even get to 6 before he has to head back home.
It's 2 levels. Well, about a level and a half,
yes.
Yep, pretty big difference, and that was just the 1 rotation from the Shadow Demon, and he basically just secures a total lane domination for Panda.
That's huge.
Against the Storm Spirit.
Sing Sing almost has his Blink Dagger now at about 7 minutes in, so he's had a great time. And a rotation from EGM. Again, my main concern is him.
They certainly don't lack disables to kill the Storm Spirit. I mean, a simple disruption into Arrow is going to kill him every time until he gets a BKB.
Yeah. He's not going to get that for a long time because he's going for Orchid first.
Yeah, he's going Orchid, I imagine. So, I mean, he could go Treads into BKB, but I highly doubt it.
Orchid's just going to be probably the most effective item. And if you're going for BKB early on...
and Sing Sing has an Invis, and they just use Fisher. This could be a disaster.
Clap's going to come in. Does he need the split? Sing Sing's not using it. Yeah, there's the pull. Velox does have 6 on ball lightning away. Sing gets a free kill with the Invis rune, and that is his Blink Dagger at 7 minutes in.
He got all that experience share, too, from all those creeps. And I think he stole, like, 3 of them as well. Yeah. Huge play by Sing Sing. Having the presence of mind to check the jungle when he has the Invis rune to see if they're clearing sex, because Storm was missing.
They're going to create so much space for Koikfa now with Sing Sing's Blink Dagger. The only real issue is Tubman getting farm, and he is, in terms of CS, he's still behind. I mean, there's 50 CS at 7.5 minutes for Koikfa. He's got plenty to buy his Claymore or his Broadsword. He can buy his Perseverance, one of those items. But they are rotating. They're making a look here to make a go on the bottom lane. They have Velox. He could ball lightning in, and this might be tough for Koikfa. They can disrupt him defensively. There's the Fisher. Bulba gets silenced up, though. Great play. Koikfa in some trouble. Blinks away. He has approximately 15 HP left. Now the rotation disruption comes through. Zing jumps in, claps up. There's the split. Trixie's low. Boogie getting caught out with the boulder toss. They will cyclone him up. EGM comes in with the burrow strike. 1 right click to do the job. Will get the kill. Meanwhile, they're looking for Boogie still. Boulder toss is ready to go. They're going to throw it. Pycat gets a kill. That'll be on Jirax, the Earthshaker. They grab the kill on Boogie. Velox getting caught out. No mana to use the clap, however. But Velox is out of mana himself as well.
He has 10-6.
Well, there it goes. Clap about to go through from 16. Decides against it. Velox is out of mana for sure, but now he's just working on Sing Sing. There's the mana void. Doesn't do enough damage to get the kill. Sing is going to try to blink away and will, but he blinks right into Velox and a Fisher, and he falls.
What a Fisher.
It's the
he would have died.
The prize is mine.
If Sing got the clap off, he would have just died. What a Fisher coming up from Jirax. Again, playing a really good Earthshaker.
That was the only thing that saved his life, though, for Valix, is that Fisher. And yeah, I mean, Jerix is, again, he's having a heck of a game, but he's pretty much the only one besides Matoma Man who's just farming up at the top lane while that was
And
all
it was so unfortunate. Bulba's positioning there was so good. They went on Quakeva, and then Skyreth had to use the silence on Shadow Demon. Otherwise, Shadow Demon was just going to disrupt the AM.
He's going to get out at that point.
Yeah. And, you know, they had to use the silence on the Shadow Demon, and then AM barely escapes with like 10 HP. Really big plays coming out from Team Tinker, and very fortunate for them that AM survives.
That's huge, and he has a Ring of Health. He doesn't need to go back home. He just regens in the lane.
Yeah.
He loses a bit of CS in the process, and he just kind of has to sit back. And what turned out to be what was looking like maybe 60 to 65 CS by 10 minutes is now looking to be only about 60 or so.
And I feel like, I don't know if Matoma Man is maybe just not comfortable on Medusa, but he's missing a lot of CS in this safe lane.
He's only at 50 CS on, though.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, he's a professional player.
True. All right, well.
And he went phase boots, too, and Aquila.
Well, he just got the phase.
Okay.
The phase was just completed. Meanwhile, EGM getting caught out, but the arrow onto Trixie. Ball lightning coming in from Valix. Burrow Strike away from EGM. Ball lightning further. EGM will fall, but they do get the kill on Pycat, or rather on Trixie, so... That's probably an okay trade, I think, for EGM. He did get it before he died, I believe, and he's almost at his blink. Disruption coming in. Pycat has no arrow. He has no mana for it. He's going to grab the regen. Valix is out of mana now. He's way out of mana. They grab the regen. There's the mana void. Sing Sing gets the kill with the right click. And Quaker gets involved there, so.
Tis mine.
Yeah, what a good arrow. It just delayed the kill on Sand King and forced the Storm to commit to that kill. And they were able to pick out the Storm because he used so much mana to get in. But yeah, like I was saying, this Medusa should be way more farmed. I mean, he wasn't pressured at all. I mean, besides, he was pressured for about a minute, and then they just abandoned this tri-lane. And it was only a Mirana. And the Mirana, I mean, he never did anything in this lane.
Yeah, well, that's the problem right now, is you've got to find your CS for your Medusa. Otherwise, this game's going to be taken over quickly by Quikva and the rest of the squad. I mean, even the Blink Dagger is going to be coming soon for EGM. But for ASC are getting a little bit. Trixie's still far away from his own Blink. Velix is getting closer and closer to his, well, whatever he's building. He does have treads now, but he also has the Orb of the Magi, which is more than likely going to be that Orchid. So that's really where I think it's very important, is Velix getting this Orchid. And he's getting a couple of stacks as well, which will help him along towards that, so...
And honestly, Medusa has to be ahead of this anti-mage. And, you know, it's very difficult for Medusa to outfarm an anti-mage. Just because, I mean, anti-mage just farms so fast with Battle Fury. But I feel like if he's not ahead of AM... I mean, AM has such easy targets for Mana Void this game. This Storm Spirit's going to have a mana pool of, you know, 1,500 probably going into the mid-game. This Medusa is going to have a mana pool of over 1,000. I mean, if either of these heroes get low on mana, this AM's just going to get a huge ult off every fight.
Yeah, he's going to have a field day, essentially, getting kills and whatnot, so...
And Medusa doesn't want to go BKB. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see a second item BKB on Storm, which will definitely help greatly against the mana break coming out from Quikva, but...
Invisibility.
Yeah, another strong start for Team Tinker. Well, I guess they didn't have a strong start last game, but you know, I think they have the late game this game again.
Well, yeah, I think so too. At this point in time, Quikva is going to be a beast. He almost has his Battle Fury at about 13 to 14 minutes. But some of it is farming up towards what seems to be a Lincoln Spheres. He has the Ring of Health now, but there are a couple more blinks coming out. Sing Sing has his, obviously, but the most important thing is that EGM has his Blink Dagger. All of a sudden, this game gets really hard for ASC as they're about to die. They're going to Burrow Strike. Disruption a bit late. Soul Catcher comes in. Arrow's going to sail through. It will connect. Fisher comes in as well. Stomp goes in. Does some work. Stampede away. Blink. Burrow Strike is ready to go in a couple of seconds. Mana Burn. Going to go. Mana Break, rather. Mana Void. Getting the kill. EGM does pick it up. And Drax has to get away. So, easy kill in the offlane. But this does give, again, more room for Matoma Man top. So...
Radiant's top tower is under
and
attack.
Pycat is just making space with his support heroes, and he's going to go for that Hand of Midas. I think this is actually a really smart pickup. I think in the late game, he needs to offer some damage to his team. And since he didn't really have a lane to farm, but he's gotten all these kills, and he's, you know, worked with his supports, just going to go for that late Hand of Midas to try to catch up.
Yeah, he will be able to get to some right click eventually. Meanwhile, that 14-minute Battle Fury is about done here for Quikva. This one Mud Golem should do the trick. Drax is sitting in the trees here, and he seems to just want to stay. He's not really moving anywhere. And Well, should be pretty interesting. Drax.
I'm not sure what his
Dire's
plan
middle
is.
tower is under attack.
EGM walks into him. Oh my. No, there's no way he's walking into this alcove. This alcove is just a safe haven for Drax. I don't know what he's doing exactly. I agree with you, but...
I mean, maybe they're gonna smoke gank, but it doesn't look like they're having any rotations into this jungle anytime soon.
He's just sitting
So I'm
here.
not
He just
exactly
keep you
sure what they're
away.
doing.
I'm not sure myself. He's gonna walk
Seems
out
like
now.
it's kind of wasting time.
EGM walks through. He sees the Observer Ward, and I think that's the issue. Mask of Madness style coming out. This is a build I've seen before. This is the Waga
Oh my
build, I
God.
believe. On
Mask of
Asus.
Dire's middle
Madness.
tower is under
This is
attack.
so not a good build. I'm sorry. I mean, sure, it works in pubs, but this is not a pub. It doesn't make sense on the hero. Because,
The Ancient Seal, not enough damage from Mystic Flare. The Stampede came through. He'll be fine. And he actually has his team coming in. Clap comes under the Boogie. Drax TP's away. Boogie's gonna die. Man, boy.
and the kill goes to AM.
Yeah.
'Twas an act of charity.
Good try for the pickoff. I mean, honestly, they should have known that they wouldn't have enough damage, since he does have that level 1
Radiant's
spell
bottom tower
shield.
is under attack.
I don't know, they needed more heroes for that.
Absolutely.
They couldn't just do it with the Fisher and the Mystic Flare on top of the Skyrest Silence. It's just not enough damage against Anti-Mage.
No. Koikfa is now just farming away freely. He'll have his treads pretty soon. Once he gets his treads, you can imagine that this jungle is going to take a big
Radiant's
spill.
bottom
A lot
tower
of those
is
jungle
under
creeps
attack.
are going to lose some families, unfortunately. But Summer Man is farming now a bit faster because of this Mask Madness. So this is the one thing I do like about it, is that you farm faster with the item.
Yeah, you farm faster, but I mean, the item just doesn't make sense on the hero. Because you want to become this super tank, and you're basically just allowing more damage to come in so your mana shield gets burned faster. Maybe he's thinking that,
Radiant's middle tower
look,
is
if I
under
don't
attack.
farm super fast and get all these items, then we're just going to lose.
Yeah.
So I can sort of understand it from that perspective. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to work this game.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to pass judgment too quickly because I know what Matama Man can do on plenty of heroes.
Yeah.
He does pick up the Perseverance, so it looks like he will be going for said Lincoln Sphere. But EGM and Bulba are smoked up. They're looking to maybe create some pressure here on the top lane. They could use a ward behind the tower, but they'll try to find somebody anyways. Drax is sitting in a pretty good position to disrupt anybody that comes near, at the very least. Meanwhile, EGM, Epicenter's
He's
going
channeling
in.
the Epi.
He's going to go in right now. There's going to be the Burrow Strike as well. Fisher actually misses up. Matama Man getting low as well. There's the Soul Catcher. Mana Void, they will bring him down. Brewmaster gets the kill. Blink Stomp from Trixie. What can they get done? Bulba getting low. Self-Disruption comes out. Concussive Shot flying. Sinks and gets the double kill. He's got to make his way out of there with the Storm Panda. He's getting surrounded by the rest of the squad. He will blink away just in time. The Moonlight Shadow covering their retreat as well. Everybody from 4SC has rotated over. Now Team Tick are going to reset the fight and go again, it looks like, here, as everyone is getting out of position. EGM is caught out, though. Sandstorm goes through. They don't have detection. Blink Burrow Strike out coming from EGM. He might live. Ball Lightning further. Blink away. EGM survives somehow. Beautifully done.
Now, it might sound like I'm going to be really harsh on Matumba Man right now, but it really doesn't feel like he's comfortable on this hero. He should have ulted when Sing Sing blinked on him. I mean, the whole point of this hero, you should have your finger on your ult button at all times on this hero. I mean, that is the entire hero. You want them to run at you and click your R button. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he's practiced on this hero. You know, he didn't farm very well on the safe lane when he had no contest, and
No.
I don't know. I just feel like
Let's put it that
yeah,
way.
he's having a rough
Radiant's
time.
middle
But you
tower
know,
is under
I mean, this
attack.
hero is still a god of the late game, so hopefully he can just get to the late game.
I mean, he has his level 3 split shot now. We talked about his Mask of Madness. He's going to take a creep, or an Ancient Stack, rather. Mask of Madness
that'll
should
be
help
good for
with
him.
this. I mean, this will get him at least somewhat closer to getting 2 ores to his Lincoln Sphere.
And Quickfoot finishes up his Vlads, so he's on pace for probably about a 23, I would say a 23, 24 minute Manta, which is a good pace for him, considering he didn't have the greatest start and he was a solo against the Centaur, so.
The Vlads works really well this game. I would have really liked to have Sing Sing get it, but he's
Dire's
going for an early
middle tower
BKB
is under
instead.
attack.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Velix is just ball lighting away. His Organ's actually almost done. I mean, all things considered, that's not too bad for the Storm Spirit. They've had a
Yeah,
rough
it's okay
start,
for
but,
Storm. Yeah, Storm had definitely a rough start. I mean, he got roamed on once by the Shadow Demon. It put him really behind of the Panda. He was level 5 when Panda was level 7, and the lane was just really rough for him. So he's caught up nicely.
Boogie gets brought down to about 20% health before TPing away from Sing Sing, who almost tried to kill him there. Sing Sing will take the farm. He's got almost his BKB at this point. Epicenter mid lane. Matamba Man getting caught out, but that's not that much damage. Meanwhile, there's going to be the Demonic Purge coming out. Disruption as well. They will get ulted. Matamba Man's going to try to TP away. There's the mana break just to make sure that they don't TP away. Burrow striking, but Matamba Man does fall. He did ult that time, but great TP from Koikva to help secure that kill. But bottom lane, Trixie ends up killing the Brewmaster as they blink stomp him and use Stampede. But this means that there will be a trade. A tier 1 right now for perhaps nothing, as the tier 1 bottom is going to get pushed in as well. So
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under
they're
attack.
just basically going to get a tier 1
Dire's
mid
middle
for
tower
free.
is under attack.
Looks like they're going to trade for bottom.
Radiant structures
tier
are
2 for
fortified.
tier 1 potentially. Glyph used the tier 1 down bottom. Glyph used
Can they defend?
There's no Brewmaster, but they don't have Matamba Man either. That's the thing. I don't think they can.
Radiant-
I don't think they
bottom
can defend
tower
this.
has
They're going to try.
Dire's
Fisher comes
middle
out.
tower is under
Echo
attack.
Slam maybe. Koikva doesn't really mind. Blinks away. They get the tower. That's EGM getting it.
Dire's
Echo
middle
onto
tower
EGM. They
has
will
fallen.
lose EGM, but I think that's probably a fine trade. Them going
Yeah,
down.
that's a fine trade. They're not going to get anyone else. That's perfectly fine. They forced 4 TPs, and they traded 1 support for a tier 2. Definitely fine, as long as it didn't get denied. I think if it got denied, that would have been probably an even trade. But they were able to secure the last hit.
Yeah, they're good. Tread's now done for the Anti-Mage. Boots, Battle Fury, Vlad's, Manta Styles next, like you talked about, I imagine. And Matamba Man has ceased to farm. His 2 deaths in the last couple of minutes have really put him back on his Lincoln Sphere. He does have the recipe, yes, but he's still not going to get there until about 22 minutes, I think. So we'll see how things do turn out here for these squads. Meanwhile, Koikva's going to blink away. He's farming rather effectively. He's actually just stealing all of the jungle away from Matamba Man. And now there's a BKB up on Sing Sing as
Dire's
well.
top tower
So they
is
can
under
force
attack.
fights. And they're going to take the tier 1 tower and the top lane as well, while the tier 1 mid is getting assaulted by 4
Radiant's middle
ASC.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, and the BKB on Sing Sing is really important. It basically
Dire's
guarantees
top
that he can
tower has
always
fallen.
get a split off, especially against this Orchid
Radiant
and
structures
Ancient
are
Seal.
fortified.
Let's see.
Radiant's
Ball Lightning
middle
coming in,
tower has
EGM.
fallen.
Getting caught out. Fisher, Burrow strikes away. Ancient Seal still going. The Orchid's on him. Mystic Flare. Disruption
Dire's
defensively
top
from
tower
Bulba.
is
Keeps
under
EGM
attack.
alive. And the Moonlight Shadow, rather. Meanwhile, Matamba Man pops his R button. Demonic Purge comes out as well. Sing Sing jumps in. Burrow strike from EGM. Gets it off just in time. Here comes Trixie as well, though. EGM a bit low. Matamba Man still has plenty of mana to work with. All the while, Koikva in the top lane and Pycat work on a tier 2 tower, and they grab it. No problem there. And Koikva TP's bottom. Meanwhile, the Primal Split not going BKB. There's the epicenter. EGM blows up Matamba Man as well as Boogie. Valix has barely enough mana. He'll try to TP away. Sing Sing actually held the split and didn't use it. The arrow almost connecting, but he does get out. Trixie now running towards the top lane, running for his life, and he will make it away, it seems like.
Dire's top
And
tower
Koikva goes
is
to work
under
on the
attack.
bottom tier 1 tower.
Yep.
Dire's structures
And
are
Medusa
fortified.
dies that fight. And AM is just split
Dire's
farming
bottom
bottom
tower
and
is
pushing the
under
tower.
attack.
Looks like they're going to try to make a go on him. I don't think they're going to be able to kill
Double
him.
edge. I mean, level 2 spell shield is actually just ridiculous. They can't.
Yeah, and
kill him.
they didn't have a hoof stomp either.
You just can't bring him down. And Koikva almost is his Manta style. So, I mean, this is the problem. I mean, that was a fight with Team Tinker not having their entire lineup, and they still are
Yeah.
just fine. And Koikva's
I mean, the
farming
BKB
in the meantime.
The BKB on Sing Sing is just huge right now. I mean, he doesn't even have to split. He can just blink in, clap, and just start right-clicking on all of these heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point, they have a, what's the net worth lead looking like? Almost 10,000 net worth lead for Team Tinker.
Wow.
And a 5,000 experience lead. Now, I want to remind everybody, this is where we were last game for 4SC when they had the lead with the Brewmaster. However, this game is a bit different. I mean, you have different carries, you have different cores for Team Tinker, and Medusa's not nearly getting as much farm. Sing Sing, he's going to have to BKB. Now Boogie's going to try to TP away. Looks like he will not make it away. Sing Sing has the Hyperstone. That's actually what got him that kill. And then he pops the Invis Rune as well. Probably a worthy use of that BKB charge. And he gets a kill.
Yeah, and I mean, the difference this game is the farm distribution, right? Because last game on Team Tinker, they had this Medusa, but Medusa was the highest net worth in the game. At many points, like, I think even early, Medusa was like either first or second on net worth the entire game. This game, Medusa is third on net worth, 2,000 gold behind the AM, 1,000 gold behind the Panda. And it's going to be really hard.
Mana
And
break.
he's going to get the mana break off.
Yeah.
To the last breath.
There it goes.
Mana void, sorry.
I keep saying that too, don't worry.
Thou monster.
Mana breaks the
That's the spell, the passive.
passive.
I get those confused all the time, but listen, it's fine. EGM, Blink Force, but Tubman finally finishes up his Lincoln Sphere, so that's at least something they've got going for them. And, well...
Oh, and my Tubman might get caught out here.
Yeah, he's in some trouble. Getting chased down by Sing Sing and EGM. Blink Clap goes through. And there's going to be the Lincoln Sphere broken. They will pop the split now. Jumping in, Trixie stomps up onto the air panda. Epicenter getting channeled. They need to dispel magic, though. Blink Burrow coming in, but Tubman's still pretty tanky. Mana Shield doing a lot of work here. His ult is now down. Demonic Purge is going to go and take away a much more big chunk of damage. Big Blink stomp onto 3. EGM getting caught out. BKB for Sing Sing. Epicenter, or rather Echo Sled coming in. They bring 2 down. Big fight. But look at Koikba up in the top lane. Tier 3 tower being assaulted. Pulling from Valix. He's got the Orchid as well. Koikba might die here. Doesn't have Manta. Yes, he does. Blinks away. He just got the Manta. That was unbelievable from Koikba. It just got delivered to him. Pycat now jumping away from the aggression down bottom. Sing actually fell as well. 4SC getting back into it. They can't kill Matema Man. And Koikba continues to farm. Pycat falls as well. Trixie with the Blink Stomp getting the kill.
What is going on?
I don't know what happened there.
They just killed 4 heroes for nothing. And they almost killed the AM. If the Manta style hadn't been delivered to AM right before that, he would have fallen.
It's team wipe. It would have been a team wipe there. So.
Oh, and Medusa finishes the Lincoln Sphere and is probably going to work on a damage item next. Or a Scotty. Probably a Scotty this game. It's just so hard for Medusa to play against AM. Because you don't want to build a BKB on this hero, but you almost need a BKB against AM. Because if you ever get stunned while AM Manta and hits you, you're just losing so much effective HP from the mana burn.
You'll probably die. The thing is also the Lincoln Sphere does nothing against Drunken Haze. That cooldown is 8 seconds. So Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped every time that's up.
I'm not sure about the Lincoln's pickup this game.
Boogie? Okay, they saw him. Koikba just goes to work now. His Manta popped.
And Pycat goes for the Diffusal Blade.
Oh my god, that's a lot of mana burn. I actually... You know what, I was thinking about that earlier, but I'm like, yeah, he's not going to get enough farm for that. But of course he has a Midas, and now this is actually just...
It's disgusting. Reduced from ranged attacks, right? Or is that with Manta? I don't remember. I think it's like the Manta, right? Like the actual mana burn on melee is... On range
it's the same. It's the same. It should be the same. Anyways, on the actual carry. Speaking of mana burn, Koikba's going on Ibuka, but now Koikba getting caught out. Looks like he's going to fall. Blink Burrow. Disruption defensively. Bulba has been on point, but they will get the kill on Koikba, but not before they bring 2 down. Team Tinker. Now Boogie's TPing away. He will get out. Still. They get Koikba. High value target.
AM for the Storm and Earthshaker.
I'm sure that's not worth it, but whatever.
It could be. I mean, if this Medusa is able to catch up on farm, I would say it's worth. Honestly, the Storm isn't that important. I think once he gets BKB, like this AM's not going to have as easy of a time, and he actually would have just lived there. So I think that may have been a worthwhile trade, honestly.
They're blowing up the anti-mage a lot faster than I would have anticipated. I feel like he needs another item here, whether that's a BKB or a harder.
I think
something.
he has to go BKB this game.
Yeah.
Like the Manta actually just isn't enough, because even though he can like purge our Manta off the silences, it's just not enough because there's so much magic damage. It's actually insane how much magic damage they have. Like it's almost like the spell shield doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. There's also a Blink Dagger and Jirax again. We haven't talked about that, but I mean these Blink Echoes. He hit one in the last fight here towards where he is right now, around this Roast Pit, around the Radiant Jungle. So Drax is again having a big impact, and I think again one of the very few reasons why they're still in this game. And Trixie as well. We can't really underestimate Trixie's Blink Stomps. They've been on point too. Meanwhile, Koikba getting caught out. Fisher disruption defensively. Manta style goes. He blinks away just in time.
Wow.
He's barely surviving.
That's just the Earthshaker Skywrath.
He needs a BKB. Split comes in. I'm not sure where that is. Cyclone's up. Trixie now getting caught out. Boulder toss. Meanwhile, the ultimate. Valix gets the kill on Marana. I'm not sure where. Burrow Strike. Lincoln Sphere blocks that. Ultimate goes through. And I don't think Sing can get a kill here. And this is 4 versus 5, by the way. Boulder toss flying through. That's going to hit on Matuma Man, but they're not going to chase across the river. They shouldn't chase across the river.
And he's so fast with that Mask of Madness phase boots.
Yeah. Are you thinking twice now about this build?
Not really. I mean, I question both of his items. I think the Lincoln Sphere and the Mask of Madness are not very solid, but, you know, it could still work out. I mean, it's not completely terrible. I just don't think it's optimal.
Oh. Sing is now building towards it. It's just Jurassic. It's actually flying out. No. It's like, there's no way that's flying out right now. Just a TP scroll. I think that's going to
I mean, okay, the one good thing about this Lincoln Sphere is that
Dire's
later in the
bottom
game,
tower
if
is
AM
under
wants to
attack.
go an Abyssal Blade against this Manta, or against this Medusa, he won't be able to be solo killed by AM. Because it blocks the Abyssal.
Drax getting caught out, but there's the pull. BKB for Sing Sing now. BKB for Valix as well. They're going to try to man fight this one out. EGM getting kind of low. Sandstorm not available. Looks like he might fall and will. The gem's on the deck. Sing Sing will have to drop his TP scroll and pick it up. He's going to do just that. Fisher comes in, blinks away. Nicely done there. Okay. So they almost kill Drax, but again, Valix comes in just to help out, and they deny the
Dire's
tower as
bottom
well.
tower
Suddenly, 4
has been
ASC feel like they're
denied.
back in this game. That's because they are. You look at the net worth chart. They're only down by about 5,000 gold, maybe been about 4,000 at this point. Pretty impressive. Uh-oh. Trixie getting caught out, but he should be okay. Drunken Haze did go, but he juked them through the trees. They didn't know who else was coming. Manta style now done for the Medusa, so some more stats going the way of the Matumba Man, Medusa, and now more damage as well, which is the important thing.
Yep, and Sing Sing's going to be working towards his Assault Cuirass. He's about... he's pretty far, actually. He only has the Hyperstone and 2,000 gold. I think Pycat will probably go for a Manta style to go with his Diffusal Blade.
Dire's top tower
A
is
bit of an
under attack.
unorthodox build. I can sort of understand it. You know, he wants the mana burn for the Medusa. However, I don't think it actually is that effective on ranged heroes, because I don't think it works with Manta on ranged heroes.
Let's wait and see. Right now, Marana sitting on 1,500 gold, so we'll see what he picks up next. You could buy something now if he wants to. The map is dark for everyone. Nobody has wards up right now. That's kind of strange. Koikva is looking for Boogie. He's not going to find him, or he's looking for farm with the Manta style, which he will use. No one's taken Roche yet, I don't believe, anyway. So, time for Roshan, potentially. There's a smoke up on EGM. I think they're ready to fight something. That's the BKB now done for Koikva. That was the item we were waiting for, and it is there, so...
And now it's much harder to kill him. They need to chain their stuns, you know, with the Echo Slam, Fisher, Enchant Totem, and then probably the Electric Vortex from Storm. But it's still going to be a really hard kill.
This is going to be...
Oh boy.
Your cat is going in, man. I'll tell you what.
Radiant's
But
middle
some man
tower
is
is under attack.
split shotting
Dire's
down an ancient
bottom
stack.
tower is under
Smoke
attack.
into Roche. They're going to try to take Roche here with the smoke of the seed. Koikva's doing a lot of work already onto it, but ball lightning in. Valix drops a remnant. They know that they're in there, and now it's time for the rest of the 4 ASC squad to get in and fight. They don't have Drax. They have to TP him back to the tier 2 tower. Roche is almost dead. Manta Style is going to go in. Ball lighting from Valix. So they're trying to fight now. Koikva has to pop his BKB. Disruption coming in. 6, he gets blown up. This is a big fight for 4ASC. Koikva blinks out. Now they're going to be able to take Roche. Fisher coming in from Drax. Now Koikva in a lot of trouble. Arrow connects him at Tumble Man, but they don't have the damage. They've got to evacuate immediately. Mana break. They get 2 kills from Koikva from the high ground. That's a big engagement now. Team Tinker turned it around somehow. I didn't think it would work out, but it did. Pycat gets the double kill. 4 dead, and they go right back into the Roche pit. Sing Sing bought back as well. That Mana Void did some serious work for Koikva. Jeez.
Koikva was like 1 or 2 hits from death during the Stongaze, and I think the Medusa got stunned, and then he wasn't able to finish off the AM. And then AM blinks onto the high ground, and he gets the Mana Void on Medusa. And it just does so much AoE damage. It's crazy, because Medusa has such a large mana pool.
That was just huge.
And him and the Skywrath fell instantly.
Pycat's going BKB, by the way.
Bottom tower is
He has
under
Mithril
attack.
Hammer now. And he's got his
Dire's
recipe as
structures
well.
are fortified.
He actually can just buy out his BKB out right now. Koikva's taking its tier 2 tower, the last outer tower on the map. And they've had to work for this game. It's not over yet. Manta Style goes, Valix getting hit up, and now Koikva has the BKB. He does have the Aegis. There's the Echo Slam coming in. Mystic Flare, Orchid, that will be the Aegis Gallon. So just like that, even with the BKB, which by the way was on cooldown, and Koikva goes right back to the tower. So,
Dire's bottom tower
that was
Aegis
it
for
with
tier
Aegis.
2.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Well. And now a Blink Dagger coming out from Bulba as well. And Koikva's going to 3,000 gold in the bank. Reaver? Eagle Song. Interesting.
Eagle Song for Koikva?
Yes.
I agree with this choice. I think if you're going to go BKB, you should go Butterfly. Because I think if you go Heart, that's too defensive. You won't have enough damage.
EGM getting caught out with the Stampede. They did use the Fisher as well, but not enough damage to grab the kill. Matsumi Man comes in. Manta Lincoln's Mask of Madness plus 2,000 gold. I imagine he will get a butterfly eventually as well. So I think we'll probably be seeing a bit more farm. At least another maybe another Roshan's worth of farm probably for Team Tinker before they try to push up to the high ground, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably still aren't 100% comfortable. Maybe they want to wait for the butterfly on Quickfa. Maybe a buyback as well. Just for that extra safety. EGM's probably going to get caught out here.
Ancient Seal forces him, blinks away. He's
no.
actually okay. Highcat getting out. Ball Lightning coming in from Valix into the lane looking for somebody. He's going for... He already has his BKB. He's going for a Hex Stick, and they're going to actually... They're going to use the Moonlight Shadow, and Quickfoot jumps in, and there's the Manta style coming out as the Orchid did go. Now Boogie getting caught out. Valix is going to just jump away, saying, listen, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Quickfoot jumps forward yet again. They'll get the kill on Boogie, and now they'll push into the top tier tower potentially. Trixie, Matamba Man, they're smoked at mid.
Pycat's going to get picked up.
Blink Stomp. He has his BKB. He has to leave away immediately, though. He will fall. They just blow him up, so...
So pot him for a Skywrath.
Definitely worth it. Not a good trade for a Team Taker anyway, is what I meant.
Yep.
But, for AC, they need more of that.
Pycat shouldn't have been there. I mean, they're all missing. His team just killed top. That just is like the green light for the rest of, you know, for ASC to just go on mid lane. And they're going to go again. Oh, Trixie messes up the blink. A bit unfortunate. He blinked and then... I mean, he huff stomped before he blinked.
Well, Sing Sing. He should have his full Silk Cross. No, what is he? He had a... Oh, he had to buy back. That's right.
Yeah.
Apologies. I forgot about that.
Quickwa's almost completed his butterfly.
Suddenly he gets that amount of farm, and that time span is just kind of ridiculous. You don't expect it to happen, but it's an anti-mage, so I suppose it's not the most shocking thing in the world. Really, it's more about the first like 15 to 20 minutes where you don't have any farm, and then all of a sudden you just get like massive amounts of items in pretty much no time flat. So,
yeah.
Well, now for AC are looking bottom lane. They're looking to try to find a pick off and keep this game somewhat even. They're still having some issues, but
on Quickfa, he could get picked off in the spot lane.
He's gonna go to try to go on Trixie. He doesn't pop his BKB. Echo Slam silences up Quickfa. Is gonna fall here.
He's dead.
So he's dead for 86 seconds. He did not buy his butterfly, so he will have buyback.
Oh, he has buyback.
So
he definitely doesn't want to use it.
No, this is gonna be. There still are tier 2 towers up, but he's dead for 80 seconds. I mean, that's a long period of time. But I don't think 4ASC push into the base. They'd probably just try to take down all
They'd probably just
towers.
try to get 2 tier 2 towers, I imagine. Probably... As Valix goes on Pycat in the top lane, is he going to be able to get the kill? No, there's a BKB on Pycat.
Pycat's taking a lot of right-click damage. He leaps away. Demonic Purge is going to go. The TP coming
Valix
out.
might die.
Burrow Strike not there.
Oh.
That was actually the duration of the BKB just ran out. Bottom lane, Sing Sing.
That was so close.
Meanwhile, BKB going to try to deny the tower. He's actually going for Drax. Drax is in some trouble. There's the split going as well. Matuma Man might get chased down. The TP coming in a bit late. Manta Style goes as well. EGM, Sandstorm's Blink, stomp up by Trixie, Double Edge as well. EGM getting caught. There's the Burrow Strike. Ancient Seal coming out. The Arcane Bolt, concussive shot. He's in trouble. He's about to fall and will. Well, they don't even defend the tower.
Yep. Good split by Sing Sing. He was going to die otherwise. And he was able to get the Earthshaker kill. And they traded the Sand King. I'm sure that's fine. And Pycat survives in the top lane. So they actually only got 1 tier 1 tower, or tier 2 tower out of the anti-mage falling. Could have been a lot worse for them.
Absolutely. And the thing is, they also have the Assault Rest now on Sing Sing as well. So now it gets a little bit easier, I think, for Quickfoot and the rest of the squad. Matuma Man is still farming away, though, and now he picks up another Ultimate Orb, which seems to be a Scotty. And
yeah, it's going to be a Scotty.
He actually has the entire Scotty farm.
Yeah, he has the whole Scotty.
And
well, he's
Trixie has
farmed.
Reaver, too.
Matuma Man's actually getting huge.
Yeah.
He does need an MKB, though, to deal with both the Drunken Haze and the Anti-Mage's Butterfly that's going to come out.
So.
And I think, you know, once he gets MKB, I'm not sure that Team Tinker can take a full-on 5 versus 5.
He'll be too tanky at that point, I think. He already has... The Scotty makes him so damn tanky. I think the Lincoln Sphere is starting to look like an okay choice.
Yeah.
A little bit. And,
I mean, Lincoln's is always... It's just one of those items where it can, like, possibly win you a game. But it's never, like, the most efficient item that you can purchase.
Pycat baited the hell out of that Blink Echo Slam.
Wow.
Great lead.
And Storm used all his mana to try to secure the kill too.
Now they're going to push down mid, I think, for Team Tinker, or are they going to head top? Arrow sails through and misses, I believe. No, it did catch Drax, but they're not going to catch him. He's too far away. They're all going to blink and TP away. When Summer Man gets out, they're looking for Drax. He's going to go to the side shot, buy a TP. All right, he has 3 of them. I don't think he needs any more TPs. He blinks towards the trees, and they're going to go and push top here. So Moonlight Shadow is now down, but Summer Man is farming mid. They're pinging on him, but I don't think they're going to go for him. And Trixie's down bottom as well. So
yeah, Storm could buy out an entire Hex right now if he wanted to.
I think he just did. He did.
Oh, he did? Okay. So no buyback on Storm right now. They're going to go ahead and Hex up.
He's Hexed up. Disruption defensively coming out yet again. He'll have to BKB right afterwards, and will. Trixie comes in as well. Meanwhile, the Stone Gaze going. Koikva may be in trouble turning around. Blinks away. Sig pops his BKB. Split is ready to go. And they will try to fight this. Fisher coming in. Trixie getting diffused up. Epicenter blows him up. He has no buyback, by the way.
Yeah, no Stone Gaze right now.
Yeah, no Stone Gaze. They have the glyph being popped here. Matuma Man is thinking about throwing the snake. In fact, he does. There's the toss onto Matuma Man, so that blows up the Lincoln Sphere. Cyclone up, that'll be onto Boogie as well. They're trying to take down this tower. They do have the Mantis style. They're not using it yet. Jirax jumps in. Valix does as well. Valix getting blown up, however, but so is Sig. They do blow him up. That'll be Bulba doing the damage enough to get the kill. 3 dead now. The Manta Illusion's going to work, but Matuma Man backing away. Doesn't want to lose all of his mana. They cannot get the tier 3 tower, however. Quick's still low. EGM blinks in. Burrow strikes. Drax in trouble. He falls. The only one left is going to be Matuma Man. He does pop the Manta. The Scotty doing some work now. Quickfoot going back and will clear up these illusions and then go to the high ground, it looks like. And this might be a set of racks here. Although Quickfoot is rather low, Jirax will buy it back into the game. He's the only one that has for 4 ASC, but they will take the tier 3 tower at the very least. No Echo. Fisher is ready to go, but that's it. Moonlight Shadow's going to get popped. Mantis style goes as well. Fisher's now down. The right click coming in from Matuma Man. This might be a set of racks, and it looks like it. No, they will clear it up. Koikva has to back away. Dust is popped. Blink Burrow. Jirax just bought back. He can't afford to die, and he will. Now Koikva goes back up to the high ground, but Matuma Man, Lincoln Sphere gets popped there. And I don't know what you can do to stop Koikva from taking this. Disruption goes through. Rax is going to go BKB just in time from Trixie as he jumps in. They take the Rax. They back away. Mission accomplished. 1 set of Rax now down. Pycat has no lead for another 13. Matuma Man chasing him down. The Scotty's slow, the arrow connects, but it's a literal half-second stun, if that. BKB from Pycat, that's probably not the best usage of that. He's going to try to deny himself, and he will!
Oh my god.
The Satyr Tormentor MVP, however, there is a gem on the ground. So
a 40-minute neutral creep deny. That's a rare occasion.
that's impressive, to say the least.
Yeah, and
Invisibility.
for ASC are in a lot of trouble now. They tried to blow up this AM, but then Bulba's, on point with these blink disruptions. He has a blink dagger now, so it's really hard to blow up the AM unless Bulba is completely out of position. I think they have to simultaneously go on Bulba when they go on this anti-mage now. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. The Storm, basically, I think for them to kill the AM now, the Storm has to find the Shadow Demon while the Centaur blink stuns AM. And the Storm Orchid's SD.
There's a lot of variables here. Sixty does get caught out, and he has no buyback.
Oh, he's dead.
That's actually huge. They will take Roche off the back end.
Oh, they're gonna get Rush for free.
Yep. So,
Yeah, Quickfoot's just gonna split push now.
Rax or not, 4 ASC are still very in this game. Even if the graph makes it look like they're
Yeah.
not. I mean, they've got a lot to work with here.
And for ASC, I mean, this is still anyone's game. I mean, one mistake. I mean, you just see how fast people on Team Tinker die. Without this disruption, I mean, people just fall like flies.
Yeah. This is going to be a rough, I think, period for Team Tinker to try to close this victory out. Because Matuma Man, we've seen Medusas come back from sets of racks down, and I would not be surprised to see it yet again coming out from Matuma Man. I mean, this is a guy, we talked about how uncomfortable he was earlier on in the game. He's found his stride. He seems to be doing pretty well. A lot of it is of course, Jirax and Trixie making room, and Valix as well. And even Boogie. I mean, his supports have been on point this game. So for Koikfud, for Team Tinker, it really comes down to how effectively can we split push, how much can we get off this map while they still have the Aegis and they're ready to fight.
And I think what Tinker should do right now is they should maybe siege a lane of Rex, like the top lane or bottom, and use the disruption to make illusions of AM along with the Manta, and just send illusions with the towers. Because they're actually quite tanky and hard to kill. He has a butterfly. They have 2,000 life.
Abyssal Blade helps out with that, the BKB as well. Yeah, I mean, he's in a position now where he's feeling a bit confident. I don't think that he's unkillable. Certainly not. We've seen this game. Meanwhile,
Sing Sing's dead again.
He pops his BKB. He actually splits. He might not be dead. In fact, he's looking for Drax here. He actually does a lot of damage to Drax. Drax is rather squishy. He looks like he will fall. And Koikfa gets a kill on Boogie on the back end of this, and the gem's on the deck. And Trixie's going to get out of here. He cannot man avoid. They don't have the vision across the tree line, so he will get out.
I didn't catch the entire thing, but they must have maybe mistrained their stuns. They should definitely have enough lockdown. I mean, they have the Hoof Stomp, which is a 2.75 second stun, and then they have all three. I mean, they use the Echo Slam. Unfortunately, I don't have instant replay.
No, I wish we did. We don't have that feature yet. Someday,
that'd be
though.
so nice.
Yeah.
Please, Volvo.
That's thinking about just the logic that would go into that. It just hurts my head sometimes. But
I mean, it would be really nice when you're casting.
oh, it'd be huge. It would change everything. Change everything. But I'm not going to complain about that. I'm happy with what I've got now.
Yep.
Team Tinker are going down mid. Koikfa's going to pressure this. They want to keep this lane pushed in so that at all points in time, 4ESC have to defend this. And they'll go top again. It's a carbon copy of the first game, I think. I mean, in terms of at least the duration and how close the game is.
Tinker has a farmed AM.
Yes.
Whereas the last game 4ESC had a Razor.
And that did nothing for them.
Yeah.
Sing is got his split up in 12 seconds. They have BKB. They should have plenty of buybacks. In fact, 3 buybacks. The only ones they don't have are the supports.
This AM's not going to get any larger. This is as big as AM ever gets. So that's one good thing for 4ESC. I mean, I think in the ultra late game, they're going to go on EGM.
Yeah, I think he's dead. He will fall. And 4ESC got a nice pick off there as well. So he's down for 70 seconds, and that's big.
4ESC has a lot of room to grow on their heroes still. The Storm Spirit has 2 slots left. The Medusa still has, I would say 2 slots left. I mean, he's probably going to go MKB, and then I imagine he'll sell the Mask of Madness at some point. And this AM is maxed out. And honestly, I mean, Brewmaster doesn't get any stronger. He might pick up, you know, a Hex or an Abyssal or something, but that's about as strong as he's ever going to get. And I think with the item path that Pycat chose, I mean, I don't think he's going to get much stronger either. I mean, he does have 7,000 gold, so...
Well, he's got to buy something. They do force rotations back down to the tier 2 or tier 3 bottom lane. That's Batuma Man there. But I don't see any way... They're looking to try to get a kill here, but they have no way to break the Lincoln Sphere other than Abyssal Blade. So... I guess for now it's just wait until EGM is back up. Wait until the Aegis... I guess the Aegis is gone. Who had it? Alex? He still has it. Okay, so... Wait until that Aegis is gone, and then if your Team Tinker, probably go for something next. Sing Sing is looking for somebody in the top jungle. Can't find anybody. And... Again, this is where it gets a little bit boring. We get to the point where teams are just willing to sit back and farm, and I don't think this benefits Team Tinker like you were talking about.
No, I don't. I definitely think that Storm and Medusa will end up outscaling Team Tinker's lineup.
Is this going to be a Rapier? He has got money to buy his MKB. Meanwhile, Sing Sing, if he falls again, I think he should have buybacks. He is alive just barely. Now he does fall. Bulba
is Bulba going to die and lose the gem?
Yep, he is. And he has no buyback either. Meanwhile, mid lane, Batuma Man getting caught out. There's the arrow connecting. Do they have the Lincoln Sphere pop? They don't. There's the ultimate coming out. Koikfa gets stunned up. He just speeds away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Leap forward coming out. They will take the tier 2 in the top lane. That's really unfortunate. They get him low. They get all of his mana drained. They start doing some real damage to him, and he just pops his R button and gets away. And he also just speeds away with the uses of that. That's the Mask of Madness actually being huge. He's got 3.4k gold. I think he's saving it for buyback for the most part. And then he'll buy his MKB. And that should be fine. I don't think he's going Rapier. Not this game anyway, but I've been wrong before, so.
Yep. I guess, you know, that Mask of Madness phase boot's paying off this game. Definitely saved him there, I think. But, I mean, what other hero in Dota would survive that? I mean, he got gone on by an Abyssal, AM, Sand King, and Mirana, and he survived. I mean, this hero's ult is just so strong. It's almost like as good as Naga Sleep, I would say.
It seems
and at some points, it's almost better because it goes through BKB.
Stampede now in the top lane. EGM getting caught out, stunned. He's going to die again.
Yeah. And I mean, the pick-off potential by 4ESC's lineup is just unreal.
They're just traveling like as 3 or 4.
Yep.
And they're able to get plenty of kills, and that's all they have to do.
Yeah,
And
like I said, go ahead.
no, it's just that, I mean, that's all they really need to do at this point.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
So there's not much I think Team Tinker can
Looking for
do
me?
other than try to split push and hope Matumba Man doesn't out carry. He's bought something. I'm not sure. Oh, he bought bots. That's right. Anti-Mage gets a kill. Meanwhile, they're fighting the top lane. I missed it completely. Quickfoot does go down to Trixie, but not before they get 2 kills. One on Boogie, one on Valix. So Trixie actually kills Anti-Mage. I didn't even see the engagement. And he picks up a Heaven's Halberd as well. That'll be to disarm the Anti-Mage, even though he will have his BKB. But it's only 6-second duration now. So.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I really think that they should be 5-manning top and using Disruption Illusions plus Manta to try to siege the base. Yeah, I mean, they could do a bottom as well, but I really think that that's their play here. I mean, they're up a lane of Rax mid, yes. I mean, they've got this 6-item AM, and they've had it for, 5 minutes now. And I just feel like they're not abusing it.
Pycat looking to get out. Trixie, I don't think he missed his stomp there. He just spotted out, I think, Pycat at the end of that.
Yeah.
Walking down mid now. AM's still dead for 40 seconds or 50 seconds. He does have buyback. And again, you talked about he is 6-slotted.
Yeah.
I don't really see him selling any of these items. These are all very important. So
we did talk about the bottom getting to that 5 and 6 slot point. So maybe Tinker are just saying, look, we've got the AM 6 slot. AM can split push, push out all the lanes, establish map control, and then we'll just have bottom farm. And then maybe they're just more confident in the late game against 4ASC. But 4ASC are just finding so many pickoffs this game.
Oh my god, Drax just forced away from that Shadow Poison vision. Oh god, he's living dangerously.
He's gonna live too. I don't think they're gonna check
Oh
again.
my god!
Oh no!
No way, they didn't see him. They smoked up. They know he's there. They know that he's there. He's right next to Sing Sing. They walk right out. Bulba, just Moonlight Shadow. They're fighting on the backside. They blow up Pycat. Now Echo Slam onto EGM. There's the BKB. Sing Sing looking to jump in. He forces away Quickfoot's back into the engagement. There's the Abyssal Blade. They will blow up Jirax.
But in the meantime, mid's getting pushed by...
Yeah, here comes the
and
Tumble
bottom
Man.
is getting pushed by Trixie.
Yep. They're looking to try to fight this. Pycat buys back into the game. He can't even use his Diffusal to stop him from leaving because, of course, the Lincoln Sphere coming in.
And that's definitely
miss,
not what you want. Pycat just was forced to buy back, so now he's not only does
no
he have
Lincoln Sphere, but there's no Abyssal either. How unfortunate.
Not only does Pycat have a 7-minute
Dash.
buyback timer right now, but that's definitely going to hinder his item progression as well.
Oh, he's so fast. He couldn't get the first hit bash he was looking for coming out. There's nothing he can do about it. Roche is back up in a minute. Yeah, the buyback is huge, so...
He has bots now, too, so he's even faster.
I want to say that if they don't bring the fight to him, I don't think he's killable. I just don't think that I don't think they can bring him down. Mana Void, Trixie gets caught out but loses no real health. Disruption comes in, Soul Catcher as well, and there's the Abyssal Blade coming in. They're actually not killing him, and they will finally bring him down now. He was trying to stomp up for Quickfoot at his BKB, so he decided that it was worth it to get that kill, and I agree with him.
BKB and Abyssal used by Quickfoot.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. It's a max duration now. Matumba Man taking Bro Strike, and the Diffuse Blade getting his mana low. Mask of Madness is away. How many times have we seen that this game?
I actually wonder if he's just going to keep this Mask of Madness.
I think at this point, it's been doing so much work that he almost has to. He'll have enough damage, I think, with his MKB flying out, that he's probably good.
He's finished MKB.
So no Rapier.
No Rapier yet.
Yeah, that's
I still think we could see it as the last item.
It's a possibility. But...
Storm's going to finish his Lincoln Sphere soon.
They're smoked up. They're running down mid. Team Tinker, they want to bring the fight to 4ASC. And this is difficult. They're actually drawing a line. They want to go through the jungle. Or they're going to go to Roshan.
Roshan's available.
Yeah.
This is a smart play.
But Summer Man is going to head over to Roche. He's actually going to be at the Ancient Stack. I think they could kill this very quickly.
Yeah.
This is going to die, and this should be an Aegis for Pycat, maybe? He's got room for it.
And this is the smart play to do. They needed to group up in 5 and try to take an objective. I mean, 4ASC has been in groups of 2 and 3 all game, trying to get pickoffs. And that was just a smart play.
Yeah. Now Quickfoot goes back down bottom. They'll look for a set of racks, whether that's top or whether that's bottom, I'm not sure. Fisher does come out. That'll be from Jirax. Quickfoot, he's looking for Jirax, but Jirax actually fissured it and then blinked further into the tree smartly to avoid any death, so... Now it looks like Boogie, he's setting top. The rest of them are going bottom. Top's actually pushed in pretty hard. That's one thing they'll have to be aware of. So
Let's see. So they put Aegis on Mirana, and she's okay onto the Brewmaster. Sing Sing picked up a Basher.
yep, he's actually had that for some time, I think.
Has he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he picked it up at least 5 minutes ago, I'd say. Then again, it's all blurring together. When it gets to like 40 minutes into the game, it all just kind of...
And unfortunately for Team Tinker, they have 9,000 gold on an anti-mage who can't buy anything.
Koikfa's going to get hexed up. He actually is going to get disrupted defensively. Arrow sailing through. BKB might go for Koikfa, and it will, but what can he get done now? Blinks away. Valix is going to go to work. There's the Abyssal Blade, but everyone's in Stone Gaze right now. Koikfa, he's getting disabled. He's going to die. He might have to buy back here and come back into the fray, but decides against it. He hasn't done it yet. Sing Sing pops the split. There's the buyback coming through. Now Matubba Man still going to work. There's the epicenter coming in. Matubba Man getting low. He should have buyback if he goes down, though. That's the problem. Brewlings. Meanwhile, Koikfa back into the fray. They're looking for this tier 3 tower. If he goes down, this might be game. Maybe not, but we'll see. Glyph is going to get popped. Nobody's died with the exception of Durax. Their Brewlings are still alive. They're finally getting focused down. 6-6 back up. Not blinking away. Ball lightning in. Koikfa hexed up again. He has no BKB. Egypt getting caught out.
And they were able to silence
Sing
Boba.
going to work now. Koikfa blinks away. And they will lose one. Boogie buys back. Sing Sing, Mana Void coming in. That's doing some damage. Valix will fall. Valix buys back immediately. Trixie in trouble. There's the Aegis coming in. Koikfa cannot get out. He will fall. He's down for 120 seconds. Pycat BKBs. He's going to leap away. He'll be in some trouble. Looks like he might go down to the right click and will. They will get the kill. It's going to go towards Valix. Double kill for him. Still alive is going to be Boba. Trixie, Demonic Purged up. About to fall. Sitting at about 180 HP. Bulba blinks forward, cannot get the kill. Blink away as well from 4AC's Trixie. He TP's home. Big fight for 4AC, and they defend their high ground. They only lose the tier 3 tower, but they force out a ton of buybacks.
Yep. Great execution by 4ASC in that fight. Like I said, they were able to hex the AM, and then Storm balls onto the SD and Orchid's SD. Or I think it might have been the Skywrath Silence. I'm not sure, but one of them silenced the SD. And then he wasn't able to disrupt the AM. And then AM falls. No buyback on AM. That's so huge. 5 minutes for no buyback. Medusa has buyback. Storm did use his buyback. So they did sort of trade buybacks there, but I think the AM's buyback is definitely more important.
Yeah, at this point.
And Pycat also no buyback for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but he'll be alive, I think, by the time they get to the base and Glyph is used, maybe? I'm not sure.
I think they get a Rex. At least one.
Yeah, Matubba Man is coming in as well as, of course, Trixie. So they're going to try to finish this off, maybe, or...
They'll definitely be confident taking a 4v5. I mean,
AM's
AM's
still
still dead for 40 seconds.
I don't know. This is going to be tough. This is going to be very tough for Team
this
Tinker. They're going to
game?
go straight for
Tier
the tier 4
fours.
towers right now. They're not even going for the racks. As 4ASC are looking to finish this one off. There's the Glyph coming in. Sing Sing is back up. He does have Split ready to go. He's going to have to force it now to try to get them to stop attacking these towers. You do have Quickfoot back up at 22. They've got to defend somehow. They're not going in. Valix actually hexing up Sing Sing. There's the defensive disruption. They're finishing off the Ancient now. BKBs. There's going to be a split in a second from Sing Sing. He's trying to work on Valix. Trixie right-clicking away, but Tubba Man is the biggest target here. There's the split coming in. Burrow Strike misses on Tubba Man. He gets cycled up. Jirax is going to fall. Valix working on the Ancient. Trixie is as well. Boogie. They're looking for something here, but Tubba Man goes back to work, and it looks like they will bring it down. GG is going to go, and they bring down the Ancient. 4ASC split the series, and Team Tinker somehow lose a game where they were up 10,000 in net worth and looking so confident. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, 4ASC played a fantastic game from behind. I mean, they were able to get so many pickoffs with this Skywrath, Earthshaker, and Storm Spirit in, different combinations. Sometimes they had Centaur, sometimes they had Storm. And they just got so many pickoffs on Team Tinker. I really think that Tinker misplayed a bit. I think once they had the 6-slot AM, the Medusa was only at, 3 items. They really should have just gone top, used the Disruption, used the Manta style, slow siege the buildings, been in a 5-man group. But instead, they just got picked off for, it was like 20 minutes almost. And then all of a sudden, this Medusa has 6 items. The Storm just gets huge. And unfortunately for them, they just couldn't close out the game.
Koikfa had 764 GPM in a loss. That's very impressive, but at the same time just shows the woes of the Anti-Mage into the Medusa, and the Medusa winning it into the late game, who he only had 651 GPM, so still nowhere near that of the Anti-Mage. But nonetheless, numbers don't matter. The win goes to 4ASC. They split the series. Team Tinker, I believe, are at 4-2 now, and 4ASC are at 1-3. So good game from them. That'll be it for us today here. C9 versus Snot is going to get postponed as well. And, yeah, unfortunately, that's it for today. We are going to head out of here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Mont. With me is F4L. Again, thanks to the DotaPit guys. We'll see y'all later.